On the 43rd episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we are going to be talking about some NBA and Team USA basketball news. We are going to be talking about some MLB news, including the retiring of the great John Sterling. And we're going to end it off with some Hall of Fame, yay or nay. Roll it. Welcome to HatTrick Sports, starring your host, Isaiah Carpenter. Bringing you the biggest sports headlines every week. This is the HatTrick Sports Podcast. And we are just going to get started. We are going to start it off with some basketball news. Now, basketball is usually one of the weaker subjects on this podcast, but with the playoffs going on, Team USA just announced for the Olympics, I think there is a lot of good stuff happening right now. So at the time of this recording, there has been one game. Game one has been played for a lot of teams. The Nuggets beat the Lakers in game one, so the Nugs are up 1-0. The Timberwolves are up against the Suns. And then the Knicks are beating the 76ers 1-0, and the Cavs and Magic, the Cavs beat the Magic 1-0. So there have been no upsets so far. 4 games, all of the higher seeds have won. But I know it's just getting started. Playoffs are just getting started. There's, again, 4 more rounds after this? There's the conference semifinals, the conference finals, and then the finals. So, yeah, there's 4 more rounds after this. So don't count any of these teams out. I think the Magic have a shot at beating the Cavs. I think the Celtics are going to absolutely dominate the Heat. I think it might even be a shutout in the series. The Thunder are going to beat the Pelicans. The Clippers and the Mavs, I think the Mavs have a shot at winning it. The Clippers are, actually, I'm going to take that back. The Clippers, I think, are going to beat the Mavs. Sorry, Luka. The Timberwolves and Suns, again, the Timberwolves are up 1-0 in the series. The Suns, I mean, they obviously have KD. It's not a great team. The Timberwolves are up there, though, are obviously the 3 seed and are favored to win, especially after winning game 1. The Nugs and Lakers, this is going to be, I think, the most watched, series, the most watched matchup in the first rounds. I think, obviously, the Lakers have LeBron, and with Bronny coming up, that's just going to get a lot of viewerships. And then, obviously, the Nugs, Jokic, coming off as, obviously one of the greatest of all times. So I think the Nuggets and Lakers, even though it's the 2 and 7 seeds, will be the most watched matchup in the first rounds. I'm excited to see the demographics on the matchup after it's over. But I know they're trying to go prime time and stuff, but to start at, again, I live on an Eastern time zone. Start at 10 o'clock, you just hate to see it, especially on a Monday. You got work, school, Tuesday. You're not going to want to stay up till midnight 1 watching this game. So I wish they cut it down to the 7:30, like the Timberwolves and Suns, or even the Bucks Pacers, every other game. I mean, every other game besides a few of them are around the 7 o'clock area, and I think that's where they should have put the Nugs. And I understand that the matchups aren't, I understand why they did it, but especially with the Nugs and Lakers, I just think that matchup is going to be impeccable. What else? I just exited out of the tab. All right, so I'll go through. I'll make my bracket live on the podcast. We have the Thunder and Pelicans. I think the Thunder will win that. The Clippers and Mavs. I'll put Clippers. Timberwolves, Suns, Timberwolves. Nugs, Lakers, Nugs. So we have actually, I'll start over here. The Celtics, Heat, Celtics, the Cavs, Magic, Cavs, Bucks, Pacers, Bucks. I mean, again, the Pacers are going to have a shot, and then Knicks, 76ers. I'll go with Knicks. So did I go? Man, I didn't mean to do that, but I picked all the higher seeds. So we have Thunder and Clippers in the conference semifinals. I'm going to go with the Thunder. Thunder will beat the Clippers. And then we have the Timberwolves and Nugs. I think the Nugs will win that. And then it's going to be Thunder Nugs. I think the Nuggets beat the Clippers in the conference finals. And then I think that the Nugs make it to the finals. So there's the left side of the back, the western side of the bracket. We have Celtics Heat. So I already said Celtics Cavs, Celtics. we have the Bucks and the Knicks. I think the Bucks beat the Knicks, so I think it's going to be Bucks and Celtics, and I think the Celtics win that. So it'll be Celtics, Nugs in the finals, and I think that the Celtics will beat the Nugs. I don't know if that's you guys let me know how that is. All right, so you guys submit your finals to us. You can email us, DM us, do whatever you got to do, and we'll see if you guys have a perfect bracket. But there's my bracket. I think that the Nugs will win it all. We'll win it all. All right. What else do we have on the NBA? So we have. We'll stick with NBA before we go into Team USA. Blake Griffin retires. One of the greats, I guess. Where did I put his stuff? Yeah, here we go. He played for the Lakers. Six-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA. 2010-2011 All-Rookie, Rookie of the Year, 2010-11 season. He played for the Clippers, Nets, and Celtics. I mean, what a dude. 13 seasons. I mean, we're gonna use him for Hall of Fame, yay or nay later, but I think it's unanimous. What he's done. He's played 765 games, averaging 19 points per game, 4 assists a game. I mean, this guy's just insane. But I understand after 13 seasons he's been playing. How old is he? I'm gonna look up his age. He's 35 years old, so yeah, it was time to hang it up. How tall was he? I want to know his height. I didn't look at his height beforehand. He was 6'9", which is, I mean, obviously really tall. But as a power forward, 6'9". Yeah. What a dude. And to see him retire is great. Just there's nothing else to say. But there is some drama going on in the Porter family house. Obviously, Jontay Porter, which is the big news recently, is banned from the NBA for gambling. I mean, again, you hate to see it. Rules are rules. That's all I got to say. Rules are rules. You know the rules. And I know you guys are like, oh, you're a Shohei fan. You should know it. It's a lot different. It's a lot different from the Shohei thing. If you want me to go on more in depth in it, I will. But again, that's not the only thing wrong in the Porter family right now. We have Corbin Porter sentenced to 6 years in prison for deadly DUI crash. And again, it was within the same week. You just hate to see it. Michael Porter Jr. is the only, I don't want to say like not screw up, but the only one that didn't get in trouble this week. Again, I don't really like phrasing these guys as screw-ups, especially, I don't know, maybe the DUI guy, but gambling, you know what you did wrong. But Michael Porter Jr. is the only guy still playing, and he said his team had his back after the brother sentencing and after, obviously, Porter banned from NBA. I mean, when Michael and Jontay were kids, and even Corbin, when they were all kids, you're just like, oh, imagine if we all grow up and play in the NBA together, and then it happens, and then all this happens. You just hate to see it. You hate to see this happen to a family, brothers. Again, so I'm sure the Nugs are helping Michael Porter out here. Hopefully this doesn't affect Michael's game. But I guess just name your son after your dad. No, that's the outlier here. Everybody else wasn't named after their dad. Michael Porter Jr. was named after his dad. I don't mean to be making jokes at that, but I don't know. I just realized that was the outlier in the situation. But Team USA for the Paris Olympics basketball team has been announced, and it did not disappoint. Let me find it here somewhere. Here we go. We have Bam, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton, and Joel Embiid for Team USA. This is a stacked team. I mean, obviously, I think they're going to win the Olympics. I mean, all these guys are in the NBA. Check out Omada US. Actually, never mind, I can't say that. It has not been published out or sent out yet. But we're doing some stuff for them with this. So make sure to check them out. But Again, this is a stacked lineup for the 2024 USA men's national team. I mean, bam. All right. I can't name. I mean, Anthony Edwards and maybe Tyrese Halliburton are the worst guys on here. And Tyrese was just drafted a few years ago. I mean, there's not any bad guys on here. Bam, obviously. Devin Booker, obviously. Steph. I just can't name one. Anthony Edwards has got to be probably, or Tyrese, probably the worst players on here. But again, this team's just stacked. I cannot wait to watch these teams compete. There are going to be some European teams that are going to mess with U.S. a little bit because obviously you got all the not Middle Eastern, but all the European countries coming out. Obviously in the NBA it's proven a little bit, but again, Team USA is just stacked. I mean, LeBron and Steph have been in the headlines for the last 10 years about not who's better, but some of the greats. And then you have Joel Embiid, who's coming up like crazy. Man, you just can't beat this team. I don't know if you can beat this team. Can't wait to watch them. I can't express that enough. I know I'm being a little repetitive, but again, just what a stacked team. Let me look at this a little bit. So yeah, Kevin Durant is obviously the. Wait 1 second. The team has highlighted 12 athletes with extensive USA basketball experience, including 3-time Olympic champion Kevin Durant and the NBA's all-time scoring leader LeBron James, who owns a pair of Olympic gold medals. So I mean, you already have Olympic winners out here. It's just what a team is all I can say. I think that's it for basketball. Again, watch the playoffs. Playoffs are going to be exciting. And again, Celtics Nugs in the finals. So I'm calling it right now. It is April 21st at 12:29 p.m. Eastern Time. I am calling it now. Celtics Nugs in the finals. All right. What else do we? All right. Baseball. Not a lot has happened in baseball. John Sterling retires. Well, I mean, what a career. He started his career in early 1960, and after, 40, 60, 64 years, he retires. How's his voice not gone? I mean, he has one of the most iconic voices. I think Vince Scully has the most iconic voice in broadcasting history. John Sterling is, I think, a close second. He just has that voice where you could just listen to him every single day. You get, like, even if the Yankees are doing bad, you just hear that voice and you're just, like, paying attention. I mean, what a guy. But he does retire. He says, I'm just really tired. I'm so looking forward to not being on the air. You can't blame the guy. Obviously, he loves the game. He's 86. Or no, he's 85. He turns 86. You can't blame the guy. He's retiring. Exactly what Vince Scully did. Yeah, again, it's just, you saw the Yankees do the roll call for John Sterling in honor of him. I mean, what a dude. What a dude. So, I mean, there's really nothing else to say. I mean, he's called so many Yankee greats. Let me see if I could... Best moments. I'm going to look up some of his best moments. If this ever loads. So I'm going to just look up some of his best moments. The Wizard of Oz for Oswaldo. Jason Dominguez. Yeah, he's my favorite. Martian. Aaron Judge. It's Judge and Blast. All Rise. Here Comes the Judge. DJ LeMahieu, David John makes Long Gone, Oswald Clocks One. He just has some of the greatest clips of all time, greatest voice clips of all time. Let's see if I can anything. Yeah, there's really nothing else. I mean, I could go for 64 years talking about him, but he retires and effective immediately. Nobody really knew about it. It was kind of just stated that, hey, I'm going to retire effective immediately. And then he goes into a press, kind of talks about what he misses, what he appreciates, everything. But I don't know. It was kind of, you knew it was going to happen in the next few years, but like not in the middle of the season. Like you just didn't really expect it. But enough with John Sterling. 1 second. The Dodgers are absolutely horrible. I mean, the front office is the best front office in the league. Dave Roberts is the worst manager in the league. I mean, Andrew Freeman had the opportunity to fire Dave Roberts in the offseason, and he didn't. He trusted Dave Roberts, and you just can't do that. They have lost, as of April 21st, they have lost 4 of their 5 series in April. Absolutely horrible. It's been 17 days, and they've lost 4 series. Just absolutely horrible. Dave Roberts got to go. Period. He's got to go. Dave Roberts said, I'm going to keep them running out there. After Dave Roberts says he is not giving up on the Dodgers, struggling hitters anytime soon. I mean, everybody knows that we have the best team. Obviously, the $3-4 billion team that we have right now. Nobody's worried about the team. Everybody's worried about Dave Roberts. He's just so bad. And we have the Dodgers front office, which is, I mean, hands down the best front office in the league, willing to pay that much, recruiting guys. I just don't know how, like, it's like magnets. It's like, you ever have a magnet where it's like the north and south, and you just put both of the norths together, they just attract, and it's absolutely horrible. And Andrew Friedman, and they just need to fire him, just like now. Just get him out of here. Man. So there's the Dodgers at the time of this recording are still have a winning record. They're 12-11. They're playing the Mets, and they just lost 2 straight to the Mets. They're only 1 game in front of the Padres, which is absolutely horrible. Man, they've lost 3 of their last 10 games. They've won. Sorry, I couldn't even read that right. They've won 3 of their last 10 games with the losing streak of 3 games. It's just absolutely horrible. Our run differential is only +5, which isn't, again, a huge factor. But when you have a team like that, you expect it to be like the Braves with, 37? It's just absolutely... Or the Guardians with 48. Just absolutely horrible. Dave Roberts, just get him out of here. Man. Just horrible. Just can't get over that. What else do we have? If you guys don't follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, check us out on TikTok Live. Whenever we film, we go live on TikTok like we are now. And make sure to follow us if you don't follow already. But Dave Roberts isn't the only person with high expectations that are doing bad. Jackson Holliday is not going after his father's footsteps. He has played plenty of games by now. It's 27 at-bats at the time of this recording. He's only got 1 hit. He's batting .037 with 1 hit, 1 RBI, 4 runs. His on-base percentage isn't any better with .071, and his OPS is .108. Again, this is only after 27 at-bats. Dude, you had so high expectations, and I don't know if it's because of your dad. I don't know what it is, but you are absolutely horrible, man. You go first overall in the 2022 draft, and the Orioles, believe in you, and then you just do this? What the heck, man? I know you've only been in the league at this time for only 11 days, but, man, I'm looking at these stats, and I was like, I can't see Holiday with these stats. I cannot see the last name Holiday with the stats that Jackson Holiday is having. I just don't believe it. I don't know if there was a typo in here. I just don't understand it. But, again, maybe he just needs time. I think everybody's saying that he just needs some more time in the big leagues. Maybe they didn't keep him in AAA long enough. I don't know. He blew through all the leagues, obviously. He was drafted in 2022 and is now in the beginning of 2024 season. He's already playing in the big leagues. So maybe they just got him through too early. Meanwhile, Paul Skeens is complaining, which I agree that he's not getting enough PT in AAA. He's topping out at over 100. I'm talking about Paul Skeens here. I think Paul Skeens is close to ready to come to the big leagues. And I know he was drafted in 2023, and I'm complaining that Jackson Holiday was drafted in 2022 and not having enough time. But I think Paul Skeens has proven that he deserves to be in the big leagues, unlike Jackson Holiday. Again, I'm looking at my screen right now. It says Holiday, and I see these stats of a batting average of .037. I just don't believe it. This is not happening right now. But enough with that. I think that's it. I don't really have anything else. I'm going to double check. I don't really have anything else to talk about here. Again, Team USA I'm excited for. NBA I'm excited. NBA playoffs I'm excited for. Dodgers better get it up. Same with Jackson Holiday, Paul Skeens better be coming up. I hope to see coming up soon. But we are now on to my favorite segment, Hall of Fame, yay or nay. There we go. Hall of Fame, yay or nay. Now, obviously, with the retiring of Blake Griffin, we have to do Blake Griffin for Hall of Fame, yay or nay. I mean, yay. That's just it. I'll go through the stats, but 6-time All-Star in 13 seasons, 5-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, played a few teams, 19 averages 19 points. Throughout his career, how many? I'm gonna look for points, and I can't find them. Oh, that's per game. All right, he's just what a stud. I mean, what a stud. One second. Let me look at this. Free throw percentage is at a 70. 3-point percentage is 32, and then just straight field goal percentage is at 50. I mean, man, you can't play almost 800 games, six-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, and not be in the NBA, or not be in the Hall of Fame. Played power forward and center, obviously at 6'9", as we stated earlier. I mean, it's a yay. It's unanimous yay from HatTrick Sports. He is in the HatTrick Sports Hall of Fame. One second, I'm gonna look at. Yeah, but Blake Griffin, congratulations! You are now in the HatTrick Sports Hall of Fame. If that means anything to you, congratulations. If not, it means a lot to us here at HatTrick Sports. But I think that is it. I don't really think there's any more there was to sports. If anybody on our TikTok Live, is there anything sports? Again, go to TikTok Live on the podcast for when we record. Just follow us and you'll get notification or something. But is there anything in sports that I did not discuss from everybody on the TikTok Live? Comment below. Or speak now, or else I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast. I think I covered everything, but obviously I could miss some stuff. But I think that is it. So make sure to follow, or I guess, thank you for watching episode 43 of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Google Podcasts, anywhere. YouTube for visuals. Check out Shop HatTrick Sports for some new big announcement coming next week. I said it would be this week. It's actually going to be next week. Huge announcement next week. But make sure to follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube to see those announcements and everything. And I think that is it. So thank you, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 44, where hopefully we will have a big announcement for you guys. So see ya.